Now starting to work on my s10 that I wrecked. I got picked up some parts for it. Went up with a front clip. Here's the fenders off of it. Went around and kind of scuffed the insides. It's probably spray bomb them gray or something, so it don't look like it's red under the hood when you open it. Here's the old driver's fender. This really wasn't all that horrible. There's a little tweak down there, but here's my cow hood. It's total trash. Smashed it over there. I might cut that cow piece off of it. Maybe graft that on something else at some other time. There's the front end. Here's the radiator that was in it. Yeah, I screwed it up pretty good, but it didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. Got the radiator support pretty good. Broke the shroud, ruined the condenser, and most of the brunt went right there. Good thing is it didn't mess up the frame. It looks good. Went right over the top of it. So. Did screw up the bumper, but most of the damage went right through there. Had some battery acid. Been sitting on it for I don't know how many months. Kind of stuck some baking soda on it. Maybe help with the rust issue, but one thing I did see on the frame, maybe a little tweak right there, but it's gonna have to work. I'm not taking it to a frame shop unless it dries real weird, but just eyeballing it don't look too bad. Of course, the windshield's trash. The cow piece was trash. This fender was garbage. Did that to the fan. So I got another one. The funny part is it sucked the radiator hose underneath the alternator. Of course, it ruined the belt too. Didn't run too long after it hit. Pretty much instantaneous but you're going 55 miles an hour, somebody pulls out in front of you and you hit them. It's a pretty good whack. Good thing is the splash pad on that side's good. Everything from there over needs to be replaced. I should have everything. Might be one or two small things I don't have, like another radiator, another shroud, another condenser. Need to put a different AC pump on anyways, because that one locked up during the summer. It was probably a year ago. Some of the parts I'm going to use on it are off the black S10 and put the V8 in. Blackie, I guess. That's what I've been calling it. What else? I got a bunch of parts on the top. Did kind of screw up the paint on the door a little bit, but right now I'm not worried about painting. I just want to get it running and moving so I can drive it again. I actually like this S10 better than my green one. Bunch of parts up there. Cowl pieces off of it. I mean, it's not too bad. It just tweaked it over here a little bit where the hood got it. A bunch of parts in the back. Grill, shroud, radiator. I don't know if the condenser's in here or not. And I threw the other fender out here. Passenger side fender. It's mangled. Really mangled. That's the splash one. Yeah, that side. And I got the bumper pretty good on the passenger side, but like I say, that's where the frame horn was. Mostly was on the outside of that and above it. I had to get working on it. I got some pieces off my other S10, like I said earlier, that I can use on it. See if I can get it running and moving here again. The only other thing I noticed is I lost my clutch. I don't know what happened there. Probably go buy a new master cylinder and a slave cylinder and put on it. It was acting a little weird. Master cylinder's back down in there. Of course, the slave cylinder's down in the bell housing, but notice there's no fluid in the reservoir anymore. So it went somewhere. But I did put those on brand new a while back, and probably some of that Chinese greatness automotive parts that you get that work, but they don't last. Yeah, I've been working on the grass in here that was wrecked. You know, a bunch of parts all scattered everywhere on the roof and all across the floor here. Crash parts and bolts and broken parts and a bunch of other stuff. But stand back here and get a little bit of a look at it. I got the front clip on it. Now, I was planning on painting those fenders gray, so I ain't running around with a red front clip. I guess it does have a black hood, but that hood's off my other S10, the black one. He's about ready to see if it'll run again. Hasn't been running in maybe going on close to a year. At least see if it'll start up. I assume there's nothing wrong with it, but you never know. After going down the road about 55 mile an hour, somebody pulls out in front of you and comes to a sudden stop. Hopefully it didn't ruin anything. I need to go grab a battery out of my other S10, the black one. Install it, see if it works. But I did have to replace the clutch, master cylinder. See it down in there. And the slave cylinder. Now the clutch works. I know I bought all that new a few years back, and I tried to warn it and I couldn't find the receipt, so just bought a new setup again. I'm gonna go grab my battery and see if I can get this thing running. After that, the next thing is replace the windshield that's destroyed. Let's get that done. I guess I can see if it moves, but I need to get a bumper. I got a bumper with this front clip I bought, but it's got a dent in the middle. Maybe I'll try to find something a little better. At least something a little more respectable looking. I got the battery hooked up. I guess we'll see if it'll run. The buzzer buzzing. It's been a while since it ran. Probably the gas in it's rotten. It feels like the clutch is working. We got resistance. I guess we'll see what it does. Shut the radio off. Well, it's backfiring. And I know exactly why it's doing that. Roll this window down. Your vehicles with power windows, power locks, and all that stuff. I've had cars lock themselves. And then it's no fun because you got to break in your vehicle. It's like leave the window down. I had the plug wires off on this side because that bolt back there was broke off on the manifold. The head of the bolt broke off. I'm pretty sure these two wires here, that wire and that wire, are swapped. I guess we'll swap them around. See how it runs. I didn't take the time to number them or do anything. I took it off. So that one obviously goes there because it won't reach the rest of them. I'll also show you what I had to do to that bolt back down in there. Get the old one out. At least it tried to run. Here's the bolt over here. Was out of it. Yeah, the bolt broke off. Welded a washer to it and welded a nut to it. And the welder was a little hot and it pretty much screwed up the nut. I couldn't get a socket on it. Then I grabbed this big old nut and welded it on. And I could get a socket on it. The worst part is it's crooked. I guess I got it out, that's all that matters. Now let's see if it runs again. Guess at least it should run right. Instead of popping backfiring. There we go. There she does. Live anyways. Need to dump some antifreeze in it. Didn't have any in it. But sure enough, it's leaking. I don't know, but I think that pulley might be bent. It's a little wobbly. I guess that's something I'm going to have to add to this lift. Hopefully just the pulley's been on it. It's smog on there. That's kind of hard to tell on film. Looking at it in real life, it's wobbling pretty good. Looks like everything's leaking. Like to dump some antifreeze over here. Just the gas in it's not the greatest. Oh well, they're shutting off before it gets too warm. You got no antifreeze in it. I can dump some in it. You can get oil pressure, charging. Damn buzzer off. Well, it's running anyways. It should be movable by itself. Like I said, I need to get a bumper. I'm not putting the grill and stuff in until I get the bumper because more than likely it might be tweaked a little bit up here, so I might have to cut these and move them like I did on the other S10. At least it's running. I'm gonna have to grab that pulley or something because that's bent. Yeah, I got the hood off and the cowl vent off, and we got the windshield cut out. It's loose. Just need to pick her up and out of there. Got my gloves so I can pick it up. Got some remnants of glass around sitting on the dash stuff. I'll have to vac that up and clean all this hard ass rubber out of there, which can be a pain in the ass to get out. Hopefully I can get the windshield in here. Then maybe go for a little drive and clean all that junk off the top. Yeah, I got the S10 backed outside. Take a look at it here. Actually, that paint match is pretty good. That's cheapy spray can paint. Actually matches the color of the pickup pretty good. And you can see it's glossier, but being if it sits out in the sun a while, it might fade out anyways. But actually didn't turn out too bad. I need to find a decent bumper to put on it, which I do not have at the moment. It actually matches real good. It's real close. Like I say, it ain't a perfect match, but I'm gonna find some pin strapping run down it here. So that matches. I have to clean that off, got a little overspray on it. Got the new windshield in. Still need to put the rear view mirror up and put the panels back on the inside here. And pretty much be done. That's the hood off my other S10. I did the V8 conversion on. I called Blackie. Went for a drive in it. Seemed to drive pretty good too. So I'm just gonna leave it like it is till I find a bumper. I should be able to start driving it again. Well, I think it sucks. I'm going to put the grill in. The damn mount broke back in there. So now the grill's loose. I have to rivet a little angle, L angle on there so that it's in there right. Bumper. That's what's left. It's a lot better now than it did when it was smashed. Now there's all my leftover parts. Smashed front bumper, a smashed hood, a somewhat smashed driver's fender, and a really smashed passenger fender. And I think I tossed the inner sprocket and the inner fender well. Back my dump truck over there, and there's the radiator support. Sucks it was in an accident, but at least it went over the top of the frame instead of smashing the frame back. Everything's pretty much still in line and good to go. Yeah, I got the bumper on. That's the final part of doing the front end, or at least fixing the front end. But tried to line up the bottom of that molding with that, but it's supposed to have that style strip on it. I don't have one. That's just a junkyard bumper, but it'll work. It come out pretty good, pretty even across it. Of course, it's not perfect. None of these bumpers are made perfect, but see, I got that side even with it at the bottom too. Might not look so good on camera, but I need to do something to the hood sometime. That was on my race S10, I guess you'd call it. So I put a taller cow hood on it. The only thing I noticed is the damn truck's starting to get a little rusty. Like as I drove in the winter there, and when I wrecked it, it was just sitting. I had salt on it still, but I need to fix this because the rear bumper's twisted. And I think I did that, if I remember right. Not in the accident, but looks like something got rubbed there. I don't know, but I have to hook something out there and pull her back. Other than that, truck should be about ready to drive again. I'm gonna have to get some different front tires because the front tires ain't very good on it. Other than that, that should do it. The last thing I need to do is find my front license plate wherever it disappeared to.